Good afternoon, everyone. We're going to be beginning in about 1 or 2 minutes. We're just waiting for a few more attendees. All right, we're going to go ahead and get started. Thank you, everyone, for attending today's mandatory session, Healthy Cane Network. My name is Dr. Tony Musto, and I'm going to be talking to you today about well-being and how well-being is a very beneficial factor for your experience here at the University of Miami. I'm going to introduce a great cast of professionals here at UM who are here to help you with your well-being, and a network called the Healthy Canes Network. So just to get started, let's discuss a little bit about what well-being really is. Here at UM, we like to define well-being as a state of being happy, healthy, and prosperous. And that's a relative term. It means something different to everybody. There's no real measure. There's no specific well-being that everyone has to follow. As long as an individual themselves feels that they're happy, feels that they're healthy, and feels that they're making accomplishments, it's a success. And it's really important during your academic time because well-being is strongly associated with your academic performance as well as life satisfaction. So when we look at the definition of well-being, what you're going to see on the screen is multiple factors that are associated with it, such as self-perceived health, longevity, healthy behaviors, mental and physical illness, social connectiveness, productivity, and your physical and social environment. That's a lot, and that's a lot to work on. But we've narrowed it down to 3 specific areas, which is social well-being, physical well-being, as well as mental well-being. And what that means is, are you getting involved? Are you interacting with your peers as far as social well-being is concerned? Physical well-being, are you getting in your physical activity? Are you eating well? Are you getting enough sleep at night? And most importantly, we have mental well-being. Are you taking care of your stress? Are you dealing with your anxiety? And if you feel like you need to talk to somebody, are you doing what you need to do? Are you taking advantage of that? And here at UM, we pride ourselves at setting up a support system that can help you achieve your overall well-being. So why is this important? On your screen, you're going to see a brain that has a lot of different activities in it. There's a fish on there that represents eating well. There's someone doing sit-ups, which represents exercise. You have someone doing yoga. There's heart health, conversation. All of these are different behaviors, what we call self-care behaviors, that will help improve your well-being and, again, like I mentioned before, help with your performance. So when we look at these behaviors, if someone practices self-care and takes advantage of these opportunities, that's going to drive a happy brain, and it's going to help with your personal well-being. Well, as I mentioned, a happy brain and personal well-being is going to improve life satisfaction as well as academic performance. The key word here is practicing self-care. It's disciplining yourself to take time out and do those things that are going to help keep you fine-tuned. Take time out to get your exercise, take time out to get good sleep, take time out to practice stress reduction, practice responsible social behaviors. So it's really important to take that time so that you can maintain your overall well-being. I think a better analogy of this is a sports car, okay? Now, I put my head in there. That's my vision board that someday I may actually own this sports car. But this is a 2020 Lamborghini Huracan, okay? It's a roughly $300,000 car. It goes 0 to 60 in about 3 seconds. It's about 670 horsepower. It's a high-performing vehicle, but it's not going to perform well if it doesn't get preventative care. It's going to need oil changes. It's going to need new tires every once in a while. It's going to need a tune-up. And just like this car, you are all high-performing individuals. You wouldn't be here listening to me right now at UM if you weren't a high performer. That being said, you need to take time out in order to do the preventative maintenance. And that's what self-care is. That's why it's so important. Well, how can you do that here at UM? Well, luckily, we have a network of great individuals. We call it the Healthy Cane Network. And it's a collaborative effort between multiple departments whose sole purpose is to help you be the best version of yourself you can be and improve your well-being. And it consists of the Student Health Center, the Wellness Center, the Sandler Center, as well as the Counseling Center, and Housing and Residential Life. So moving forward, what we're going to do now is I'm going to pass this off to our student health peer educator, Junior Katie Guzman, and she's going to talk to you about how the Student Health Center can help you with your well-being.
Hi everyone, my name is Katie Gugasian and I am a peer educator at the Student Health Service. Today I will be talking to you about sexual health. The reason I'll be talking about this, rather than any other health topic, is because student health can be a great resource for you in maintaining your sexual health. But also, sexual health is especially relevant to you all as you start college, which I'm going to show you why through a little true and false activity. I will read a statement and I want you to answer the poll on your screen if you think it's true or false. True or false, young adults ages 15 to 24 account for 50% of the new STI diagnoses in the US each year. This statement is true. STIs affect people of all ages, but they take an especially heavy toll on people in our age group, ages 15 to 24. So this topic is definitely relevant to all college students. True or false? Despite these statistics, a recent survey found that only 20% of young adults were tested for STIs in the last year. This is false because actually only 12% of people our age get tested for STIs. This is a big deal because oftentimes the only way to know if you have an STI is to get tested. Testing is a big part of prevention and STIs are 100% preventable. Now I'm going to talk to you about how to prevent STIs. Use your condom sense. Using a condom consistently and correctly is one of the best ways to protect yourself against STIs, including HIV. But condoms are only one part of prevention. What you don't know can hurt you. Get tested for STIs regularly if you are sexually active. Many STIs do not have any symptoms, so the only way to know is to get tested. Don't get tongue-tied. Communication with your partner or partners is essential. The more honest you are with each other, the more protected you both can be. Communication with your partner should include using healthier sex practices, getting tested regularly, and sexual history. Take control. Know all of your prevention options. Condoms are only one piece of the puzzle, and there are medications and vaccines that can help with prevention. Make an appointment to talk with a provider to discuss all of your options. Lastly, play it safe. The surest way to avoid STIs is to not have sex, which is always an option. COVID-19 isn't an STI, but you can get COVID-19 if you have close physical contact with someone else who has it. Let me briefly remind you how COVID-19 spreads. COVID-19 is thought to spread mainly through close contact from person to person when respiratory droplets spread through the air as an infected person coughs, sneezes, or talks. These droplets can land in the mouths or noses of people who are nearby or possibly be inhaled into the lungs. COVID-19 may be spread by people who are not showing symptoms. In general, the more closely a person interacts with others and the longer that interaction, the higher the risk of COVID-19 spread. It may be possible that a person can get COVID-19 by touching a surface or object that has the virus on it and then touching their own mouth, nose, or possibly their eyes, though this is not thought to be the main way the virus spreads. So intimate activities that involve being physically close to someone or coming into contact with their spit, like kissing, can easily spread COVID-19. Here are some quick tips for staying safe. The best way to prevent COVID-19 is to try to avoid close physical contact, including sex, with anyone who doesn't live with you. The safest sexual activity is solo or remote. If you do have close physical contact with others outside your home, keep these things in mind. Only have sex or kiss if both partners are feeling well. Do not engage in sexual activity with anyone experiencing the symptoms of COVID-19. If you or your partner are experiencing the symptoms, seek medical care. If you are sexually active with someone outside your household, consider minimizing the number of sexual partners you have to reduce your risk of getting COVID-19. Talk about COVID-19 risk like you would any other safe sex topics we discussed earlier. Ask if they've had any symptoms, if they've been exposed, diagnosed, etc. As always, wear condoms. These are just a few tips. If you'd like to learn more, we have resources on our website. Student Health Services is here to help. I will talk to you about a few of the ways we can help you with your sexual health. At Student Health, we offer confidential STI testing for all students. Emphasis on confidential. You may have noticed that there are free condoms in all of the residential colleges. We also have free condoms at Student Health, in the UC, in the Sandler Center, and in the Rathskeller. We also offer contraception and PrEP counseling at Student Health. I want to briefly explain to you all what PrEP is. PrEP is basically prevention in a pill. PrEP is a way for people who do not have HIV, but who are at high risk of getting it, to prevent HIV infection by taking a pill every day. PrEP is a powerful HIV prevention tool, and you may be a good candidate for it. Make an appointment to talk to a provider at Student Health if you want to learn more or see if you're a good candidate. Now we are going to hear from Rachel from Student Health to learn more about COVID-19.
Hi, everyone. Sorry, let me just share my screen really quick. So my name is Rachel Askwitz, and I am the health educator at the Student Health Service. So usually our presentation would only be about sexual health, but we think that it's important this year that we share with you the information that you need to know about COVID-19 as it relates to seeking care. If you remember anything from what I'm about to tell you, please remember this link. For the most updated COVID-19 information, please visit our site, miami.edu/shs-COVID. You can also scan the QR code on the right of the screen to get there. I'm also going to have the QR code at the bottom of my slides, so if you miss it, you can still scan it. So all updates related to our COVID-19 related services will be there throughout this semester. This website includes information about testing, seeking care, contacting student health, and what to do if you test positive. We are here for you in this time of COVID-19. Just as a reminder, these are the symptoms that you should look out for: fever or chills, cough, shortness of breath or difficulty breathing, fatigue, muscle or body aches, headache, new loss of taste or smell, sore throat, congestion or runny nose, nausea or vomiting, and diarrhea. This list does not include all possible symptoms, and people with COVID-19 report a wide range of symptoms, ranging from mild to severe. Symptoms can appear 2 to 14 days after exposure to the virus. Please note, if you have any of these symptoms, or if you think that you have been exposed to COVID-19, please contact student health. I'm going to tell you how to do that in just 1 second. But also, importantly, even if your symptoms are mild, you should still contact us. For anything related to COVID-19, here is how you can contact us. For non-urgent issues, you can contact Student Health by email at studenthealth@miami.edu. For urgent assistance, you can contact us by phone at 305-284-9100, including after hours. And for emergencies, we do urge you to seek emergency care or dial 911. If you require COVID-19 testing, we have a testing site located at 6500 Red Road, Building D, and we have detailed instructions on our website on how to get there. The picture that's on your screen shows you directions from Student Health, which is located in the Lennar Foundation Medical Center, to the testing site. Any students with symptoms or a suspected or confirmed exposure to COVID-19 are encouraged to call us before scheduling your appointment for testing so that you can discuss your situation with one of our nurses. All appointments at Student Health, including appointments for testing, can be made through your Student Health portal, mystudenthealth.miami.edu. And the QR code on this screen will actually take you to the portal. And we have detailed instructions on our website on how to make an appointment. Please note that until further notice, all care at Student Health will be via telehealth. And if needed, telehealth visits will be followed by in-person care. A full list of our services can be found on our website. Lastly, I just want to emphasize that Student Health is always here for you. You can call us, email us, or look through our website for a lot of information. I really appreciate your time today. And now I'm going to hand it over to Hope and Julie from the Sandler Center to talk to you about alcohol and other drugs.
Thanks, Rachel. Hi guys, so I'm Hope and I'm a peer educator at the Sandler Center and I'm from Chicago, Illinois, and I'm a senior.
Hi, I'm Julie. I'm also a peer educator at the Sandler Center. I'm a junior and I'm from Philadelphia.
So we know that everyone watching has completed the mandatory Everfi courses, so you shouldn't be surprised when we tell you that 1 cup does not equal 1 drink. Different drinks have different amounts of alcohol. For example, 1 cup of jungle juice is very different than 1 can of beer. This is important because if you do make the choice to drink, you want to be aware of what you're drinking and how much and how to stay in the green zone. So what's the green zone?
Hope, I'm so glad you asked. So if you do choose to drink, the green zone is where you'd be where you're basically under control, maybe talking a little bit louder or faster and feeling bolder than usual. But overall, this is where you'd want to stay if you choose to drink by pacing yourself and staying safe. After this, we might go to the yellow zone. This is where you start to slur your speech. You might not remember how many drinks you've had and your emotions would be exaggerated. You might become louder and even aggressive. So if you exhibit any of these signs, it's when you should stop consuming alcohol and get some water. You might think that having a coffee, eating some food, or taking a shower might sober you up, but the only thing that can is time. So you should stop drinking at this point. If you don't, that might lead to the red zone. Red means stop, and this is dangerous. It might look like someone passed out on a couch, throwing up uncontrollably in a bathroom, or even needing to be carried out of a party because they can't walk. If you see something like this, it's your responsibility to get that person help because canes care for canes. Knowing all that, it's important to know how you can stay in the green zone if you do decide to drink. So you should know the size of a standard drink, which you should know from the EverFi course, or Hope just showing it to you super quickly. Always pour your own drinks. Try and stay hydrated and alternate your drinks with water, which should also help you pace yourself. Make sure you eat before going out always, and always try and be aware of your surroundings. This semester, more than ever at you guys need to be looking out for each other and your friends, which also means thinking twice before attending a party or socializing anywhere without a mask. It's up to us to really try and stop the spread of COVID in Miami and on campus and try and keep our friends safe.
We're going to show you some clips and ask you to respond in the interactive poll that's going to come up on your screen. And in the first clip, we're going to ask you to identify any risky behaviors.
This is equal parts Scotch, absinthe, rum, gin, vermouth, triple sec, and 2 packs of Splenda. Call it a one of everything.
Oh my God! Hit me again!
All right, one more time around the block. I will grant you one wish.
I wish you would stop rubbing that lamp in that. That creepy way.
Stupid. Everybody knows to ask for 100 more wishes. Dumb.
So you want to answer that poll that you guys have on your screen of what risky behaviors you can see in this scene. So yes, all of these behaviors are risky behaviors and ones that you would want to avoid if you do choose to drink.
All right, so we're just gonna watch another scene from a little bit later in the episode.
Oh, burning. Oh, 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 oh.
Wait, we got a live one! On fire!
All right, so we have another poll for you guys. Which zone is Meredith in this clip? Yeah, good job, you guys. So clearly she's dancing around, oblivious to the fact that she's on fire. So she's lucky she had a friend like Dwight to help put her out and get her help.
So as a Miami hurricane, one of your responsibilities is asking for help if your friends enter the red zone. So in partnership with student government, the U has a policy that protects you from discipline if you reach out for your friends when they need help. So this is called the medical amnesty policy. And just like as an example, to be able to explain it in a little bit better, so say you and I are both drinking underage, and I notice you go past the red zone. At this point, I realize that I need to call for help, and you nor I will be getting in trouble when I call for help. So I know this may seem a little unclear or confusing, but just know that you can always reach out to us at the Sandler Center separately with any specific questions just to clear it up. And furthermore, you can find it in the Student Rights and Responsibilities Handbook if you want more information.
All right, so if you guys didn't know, the University of Miami is a smoke-free campus, which includes vaping. It should be hard enough to hit your jewel while wearing a mask, but we just wanted to make sure to address this anyway, given the recent research published by Stanford Med that talks about vaping and COVID-19. They found that among young people who were tested for the virus that causes COVID-19, the research found that those who vaped were 5 to 7 times more likely to be infected than those who did not use e-cigarettes. If that doesn't scare you enough, there's also a $250 fine on campus for smoking. So if that doesn't scare you, maybe the charge on your parents' credit card will. If you've really resonated with our message, the Sandler Center team is a great way to get involved on campus. Right now we're looking for volunteers, so make sure you follow us on Instagram to get more information. Also, make sure you stay until the end of this presentation to find out how you can win an Amazon gift card or one of these prizes. And now we're going to hand it off to Angelica from COPE to talk to you about mental well-being.
Sorry guys, just give me 1 second to find the PowerPoint on here. Okay. So hi everyone, my name is Angelica. I am the membership chair for COPE. COPE is basically a group of peer educators, and our mission is to raise awareness about different mental health topics and work to destigmatize those topics. Today, I'm here to talk to you about how mental health is one important piece of your well-being, and how being in tune with your mental health will help to keep you well, especially in times like these. So I just wanted to take a moment to have you all check in with yourself. This is a whole new chapter of your life that you might be starting in a way that you never imagined you would be. So how are you feeling right now? What are you thinking about? Type 1 or 2 words in the Q&A to just reflect for a second. Bring your awareness to yourself. Okay, so I see a lot of you excited, hungry, good, anxious, strong and independent. Okay, so there's definitely a lot of variety in all of your feelings, which is totally normal. Everybody's gonna react in a different way to new beginnings, which brings me to my next slide. Essentially, all of these changes bring about different emotions like excitement and anxiety, and these can ultimately lead to stress, which is totally normal and okay and relatable. Change is a big part of life and it's inevitable, but that feeling of the novelty will wear off sooner than you think. It's important that you get used to these aspects of your life, and they will create a better balance to you once you learn how to cope with them. So this is something we like to call the self-awareness web, or the awareness web. It just shows different pieces of your life that are interconnected to form you as a person. And as you can see, every piece is connected to each other and they must be balanced, kind of like a spider's web. The more balanced it is, the stronger the network and the stronger you will be. One piece of the web that's out of balance might throw the entire thing out of whack. So as long as we know ourselves and know our balance and have it, we can stay healthy. For example, at least for me personally, I like to stay aware of how the weather kind of impacts all different areas of my life. I find that on rainier days, I tend to be less energetic than on sunnier days. But you know, you use different pieces of your life to make up for that. I lower my expectations a little bit on days that are rainy, and I, you know, give myself a little bit of time because I know that my motivation is lower, and that's what keeps me balanced. Being in tune with yourself will also allow you to know when you need to reach out for help and know when you need to share emotions. When we share, we recognize that we might not be as alone as we think. Kind of like talking about COVID with one another, we're able to see that maybe our isolation isn't as isolated after all. So now we're going to play a college edition of Myth and Facts. Basically, I will read a statement and you will answer the poll as to whether you believe it is a myth or a fact. So we can get started. Myth or fact, changes whether big or small can be healthy. What do you all believe? So this is a fact. Changes and the scale of those changes are absolutely different for everybody. Whether it's changing your major, changing your college, or changing an entire routine that you have set, change is inevitable. As long as we are breathing, we are changing. Yes, fact. And this can bring about healthy stress and anxiety. And that's nothing to be afraid of. It should just be celebrated because it means you're growing. And learning to be adaptable and flexible in college is necessary. I was pre-med when I came into college. I did about 3 semesters of pre-med before I decided that it wasn't for me. And it was overwhelming to come to that conclusion, but it's important to because it was an inevitable change in my life and I don't regret it. So the next one is myth or fact. Wanting alone time, needing breaks from others, or attending school off campus means you will never make friends. So yes, that is a myth. It's important to listen to your needs and not pressure yourself to do too much. Zoom fatigue is actually a real thing. Even if you find yourself being less social this semester because you're spending more time online, it's still healthy to listen to yourself. And if you need a break, take a step back. You know, making friends this semester might be a little bit different than even when I was a freshman. It's going to involve a little bit of creativity, but you are all in the same boat, and finding common ground and common humanness within one another is a great way to connect and build friendships. So, okay, and this is our last myth or fact. Research indicates that expressing gratitude is an effective mood booster. Okay, yes, that one is a fact, indeed. Research has shown us time and time again that expressing gratitude is strongly associated with and consistently associated with greater happiness, more positive emotions. You're better able to relish good experiences, improved health, deal with adversity, and build stronger relationships, even with yourself. Self-gratitude is an incredible tool to help build up your self-confidence and learn to appreciate yourself more. And in the spirit of that, we want to do something called a gratitude. So in the Q&A section, why don't you write a little phrase, a little something that you appreciate about yourself. Just expand and bring awareness to something that you really do appreciate about yourself. My roommate. I am tall. I like that one. Wonderful parts. Being at ability to endure tough situations. These are all really great, guys. And I'm glad that you all can find something that you really appreciate about yourself. It's great to do that and to practice that at least once a day. So this year we're starting something new at COPE. We're going to be sending out positive text messages each week, just so you can feel the good vibes and positive vibes and feel a little bit more positive during your weeks. If you would like to join that thread, go ahead and send a text to 81010, and you'll send the message at UMCOPE20. Feel free to do that. I'll leave it up for a second for you guys if you'd like to join or take a picture of the screen. Okay, great. So here are just some useful tips for you to remember. First is college is your experience. It is exactly what you make of it. Everything that you put in, you'll get out as well. So do what you like and what you feel is best for you. Your hard work is worth it and it will pay off. I do want to say that it will pay off, and it might not even be in the ways that you initially expected, but have incredible outcomes nonetheless. I survived Orgo 1 and Orgo 2, and I usually don't settle for anything less than an A, and I can assure you that I was jumping up and down, crying, screaming at the fact that I passed it. So my pride in that doesn't come from my letter grade, but rather the fact that I passed a subject that was incredibly difficult for me. Next, remember to breathe, eat, and rest. In college, it'll be easy to forget to do those things because you just get so caught up, but take a step back and do them. If you ever need help, never hesitate to ask for it. You have an incredible chain of resources on campus. Please make sure you take advantage of them. And lastly, embrace who you are. Like I said, college is your experience. It's what you make of it, and you should stay authentically and fearlessly you, because why not? So I just wanted to briefly go over how to set up an appointment at the counseling center. Essentially, we're doing all of our services will be offered through a mental health video format and are completely confidential, so don't hesitate to reach out. Essentially, the process is you would call this phone number on your screen to schedule a 30-minute virtual brief assessment with a clinician. You'll go through briefly what the main problems you feel you are having, and it'll come through one of these outcomes. So we have different group therapy sessions, on-campus resources like maybe the Sandler Center, self-help resources. One of the big ones that we encourage is the WellTrack app, which is an emotional cycle tracking app that helps you be in tune with your emotions. Different psychological assessments, psychiatric consultation, workshops like time management workshops, various off-campus referrals, and individual therapy as well. If you're looking to make an appointment and don't have a private space, there are Zoom offices available at the UMCC and across campus that are by reservation, so you can have a more private space. And also, if Zoom isn't the best option for you due to connectivity issues, brief assessments will also be available over the phone. So that's pretty much it, guys. Please remember that we're here for you in any way. We know that this isn't how you thought your college experience would start or what it would look like, and we're here to help you in this transition. If you're on campus this fall, the costs for all of the counseling center services are covered by the student fees on CaneLink. But if you're not on campus or not paying the fee, our staff is still here to provide you with any resources that may be available in your state or area. No matter your location, you can participate in outreach programming led by our staff and by COPE as well. Follow our social media and check our website, which will be provided at the QR code at the end of this session. We do have a 24/7 crisis hotline staffed by licensed providers, but remember that you don't have to be in crisis to seek and utilize our resources. Part of being self-aware is preventing crisis and doing the preventative work, problem solving, mental maintenance, and brainstorming. Our counselors are here to help you problem solve any challenges that you might encounter, and they can help to get to know you a little bit better so that we can help you cope with future challenges. I'm going to pass it off to Emmeline with the Wellness Center, but thank you guys so much and welcome to UM.
Good afternoon. My name is Emmeline Duray. I'm the Assistant Director of Wellness Programs at the University of Miami Herbert Wellness Center. So part of the Wellness Center, we have a program called CHAMP. That program is designed for you to utilize throughout your whole entire time here at the University of Miami. So just a little bit about CHAMP. We want to make sure that we focus on the 8 dimensions of well-being. So what are those exactly? We start off with emotional, so that can be either your emotions or emotions that other people have towards you, whether you want to express your gratitude or any sort of your feelings. Followed by environmental. How do you impact your surroundings? And then what can you do to improve those surroundings? Spiritual, whatever you believe, whatever your moral background is, that's up to you, but how do you connect with that? And of course, financial. Being in Miami, things are very expensive, from being in school, grabbing meals, even just the area. So the best way to budget, save, and kind of prepare for your future, as well as skills to continue that on through a lifetime. And occupational. My University of Miami Herbert Wellness Center is one of the largest student employees, hires one of the most student employees. And we want to make sure that we develop our employees into great workers that will go on after graduation with skills that will help them throughout their lifetime. And intellectual, you guys are definitely in school and you're here for a reason, making sure that we come up with ideas that will keep you creative and focused on your goals. Social wellness comes along with social wellness, you'll be able to perform well. And then of course we have physical. So not just physical meaning maintaining your healthy body, but also inside. So with physical, we have our brain-derived neurotrophic factor, so BDNF. As you exercise, this gene increases, which this gene can help the brain adapt and learn. Ways to increase BDNF is, of course, keep moving. About 20 minutes a day can increase your BDNF. Getting an adequate amount of sleep. Taking in some omega-3s, which you can find in salmon, your greens, walnuts, variety of different foods, and of course, making sure to limit the treat yourself. So limiting that amount of sugar that you take in and taking time to relax and recover, meaning taking time for yourself with that self-care. Here's a quick little video to kind of explain BDNF.
Exercise. That's just for those fitness freaks down at the gym. An intellectual like yourself has no need for such mindless activities, right? Wrong. While the brain is not a muscle, it benefits from regular physical exercise, with improved mood and cognitive health. Scientists studying mice have revealed amazing connections between exercise and brain health. Regular exercise triggers the growth of new blood vessels in the brain, allowing the brain to receive a larger blood supply. It spurs the creation of new neurons in the brain's memory center, the hippocampus. It even boosts levels of molecules that nourish neurons. Simply put, exercise leads to mice with more, better-fed, healthier neurons. Studies in older adults show that regular aerobic exercise can improve cognitive function and slow cognitive decline. So, if you want to remember the color of your first car when you're 80 years old, you might consider starting and maintaining a healthy workout regimen now. But you don't need to wait until you're 80 to reap the brain benefits of exercise. Regular exercise can improve mood and reduce the symptoms of anxiety and depression. It can even make you more resilient to stress. So the next time you see those running shoes gathering dust in your closet and consider lacing up, just remember, your muscles aren't the only things getting stronger.
All right, so with that being said, a great way to start is to set yourself a goal. Being at the beginning of the semester, this is a perfect time to make a goal, and not just any goal, but a SMART goal. So what is a SMART goal exactly? A SMART goal starts off with a specific goal that you want to achieve, right? So making sure that it's not broad, something specific towards you. A SMART goal is also measurable, something that you can track your progress in, not something that, oh, I think I did well or whatnot. Usually something such as time, a specific measurement, especially if it's like weight loss or something like that, you'll be able to track and see your progress. And of course, something that's attainable. While we want to make sure that you want to do a goal that you have your heart set on, we want to make sure that it's something that you will be able to do. And that way you'll be able to attain that goal. And of course, relevant towards yourself. Not something that someone wishes for you, but something that you truly want for yourself. And then of course, time. Knowing you have a deadline helps motivate you. So giving yourself a deadline, maybe whether it's a month, a 2 month, maybe at the end of the semester. Whatever that goal is, give yourself a deadline and keep it somewhere that you can see to help motivate you throughout the whole entire time. Whether it's on your phone, in your screen, in your dorm, whatever it is, that's where you'll be able to see it. Is a great place to keep that goal. So the Canes Health and Motivation Program is a program designed to help you achieve those goals. We first start out with an assessment. Now, things have changed, so this assessment has changed as well. However, the goal is still to help you achieve your goals. So we have a 1-hour fitness consultation with one of our fitness testing consultants who's either studying in the health field or fitness field or has a passion for it. All right. We will then give you an assessment via virtual Zoom or a chat or conversation where we will be able to work you through the assessment and kind of go through your goals and what barriers that you may have to achieve those goals and how we can overcome those barriers. About 4 to 8 weeks later, what we do is we'll do assessment again, see if you have improved and see where you are in the sense of what your barriers are and where your goals are. So being part of the Canes Health and Motivation Program comes with many benefits. You get access to Champ Challenges where you get to win prizes such as a massage, a gift card, whatnot, whatever we're offering this semester, access to the first events that we are holding, whether it's events in our Stone Zone room, small group training via virtual or in person, wellness workshops such as nutrition, cooking classes, and of course, Champ gear. The mission of the Wellness Center is to make sure we foster a healthy lifestyle. And a lifestyle meaning giving you tools and tricks to help you throughout your entire time here, but as well as after you graduate. All right, with COVID-19, things have changed. However, that mission has not. Just to get you guys through, for those of you joining us on campus, here's a quick little video to see what we were doing in regards to COVID-19.
Hi guys, I'm Shala and I'm a facility manager here at the Herbert Wellness Center. We are so excited to have you here. That being said, we want to give you a few reminders to make sure that your time here is seamless and safe. So, to enter the facility, you need 3 things: a towel, a key card, and of course, a mask. Before we get started, please keep in mind, all students who are on campus will be required to use a daily symptom checker and show proof of completion in order to enter the facility. You'll need your cane card to enter the facility. For touchless entry, download the UN Wellness app. Now I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Tony Musto.
Hi, I'm Dr. Tony Musto, Director of Fitness Programs here at the Patty and Allen Herbert Wellness Center. First, I'd like to thank you for your commitment to the University of Miami. The pandemic has given some strange times, but it's because of committed students like yourself that make working at the University of Miami such a great experience. For the past 24 years, the Wellness Center has served as a premier health and fitness facility for University of Miami students. We want to preserve that. So the staff at the Wellness Center has made some changes that help support cleaning and disinfection, as well as protecting personal space. To support cleaning and disinfection, we've implemented new cleaning protocols that increase the frequency and depth of cleaning. In addition, we doubled the amount of gym dispenser wipes around the facility, but we need your help. This is your Wellness Center, so you'll be expected to have a towel with you at all times and also clean all the touch points of your equipment both before and after you use it. Protect your private space. We spread out all the cardiovascular equipment. We've also moved about half of the cardiovascular equipment into a gym area so that we will have about 80 pieces of cardiovascular equipment available for you to use that allows for appropriate social distancing. In addition, we spread apart our weight training equipment, and we will be limiting the numbers of participants that could be in that area, again, to allow for appropriate social distancing.
Are you looking for more ways to stay active and well? We've got you covered. In addition to the fitness room, all student members will also be able to take our group exercise and yoga classes, use our indoor track, indoor and outdoor basketball courts, tennis courts, and functional training studio called the Storm Zone. There's also intramural and club sports program if you want to learn a new skill or compete in tournaments. We're also excited to announce the opening of our Outdoors Adventure program housed in the new Lakeside Village. In order to better serve you in our UM community, we will continue to roll out these programs throughout the semester as permitted. To stay up to date on all of our programs and service, follow the Herbert Wellness Center on social media and visit our website at www.miami.edu/wellness.
All right, here are a couple links where you guys can get the latest and updated information in regards to the Herbert Wellness Center. You can follow us on Instagram, or you can go ahead and email the CHAMP account at champ@miami.edu to sign up for your first assessment. Look forward to seeing you guys all, or via virtual or in person. Now back to Dr. Tony Musto.
Thank you, Emmeline. So there you have it. There's a Healthy Canes Network. While I close up here, I highly encourage you, if you like what you saw, to scan our resources on the screen provided, and you'll have a chance to win an Amazon gift card. We're actually going to give away 10 $25 Amazon gift cards. So scan the QR code on your screen, make sure you join all 4 Instagram accounts, and your name will be put into that raffle for the gift card, and you could do that while I close up. As I mentioned before, your success here is really going to be dependent on not only your academics, but what you do to take care of yourself and maintain high performance. And I highly encourage you to take advantage of all the resources that were presented to you today. I mean, it's to your advantage. It's going to make you a well-rounded person, and it's going to give you a very satisfactory experience here at the University of Miami. Please feel free to reach out to any of the panelists or any of the departments that you saw today, and we really look forward to working with you over the next couple of years. Thank you, and have a great rest of the weekend.